Alrighty, folks. Hello there. This is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. So, I lost a fair couple of traditional matches due to some internet connectivity issues. Yeah, it wasn't game's fault really. It was just my own internet service provider doing a bad job of disconnecting. But now I'm back, and then yeah, we're gonna do some more traditional. Hopefully, get to 3-0 so we can fire off some more traditional drafts. Also, just finish a quick draft Crimson Vow to get some gems going. But yeah, let's do some traditional here. And yeah, from the looks of traditional, the skill cap of the drafters and preferences are kind of interesting. The skill cap varies, so sometimes you face against very good drafters or very mediocre ones, or even ones that are even worse. And then green somehow is kind of open more in traditional best out of 3, so I should definitely take that more into consideration. Drafting a bit more green compared to Premier Draft, which is kind of never open, so you're kind of forced into the black aggressive decks. But yeah, the pod is filling up quickly. Usually this doesn't happen in traditional often, but gotta keep in mind, hate drafting could matter since this has less people, and there's a likelihood of actually facing the people against the people in the same pod. So hate drafts do matter. Sideboarding matters. No hand smoother. Best out of 3. The way Magic is meant to be. So hope they hit the ready, and there we go. All right, best out of 3 traditional draft. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Pack one, pick one. What do we have to find pleasure of opening? Greasefang, unfortunately, isn't a very good one. Could just take Gravelighter and Moonsnare Specialist, which stand out the most. A fine green common with Preserver. Yeah, probably between these two cards. Gravelighter, I find to be pretty good if you have multiple Virus Beetles, and also a decent creature you can ninjutsu. Also keeps us in black, which I think is the best color in the format. They're not too far from each other. I honestly, like, if we were heavy blue-based ninjas, then Specialist would be great. But I'm down to just stay mono-black here, since black-red and black-green are both tier 1 decks to start the draft with, over taking Specialist, which would be my second pick. Yeah, it's always a gamble, but I think black is, again, the most flexible color, and the rare is also just not very good since vehicles aren't very good. I mean, it's a medium card, 3 mana, 4/3, don't get me wrong, it's fine, but it takes a bit of build around, and you have to put a bunch of junky vehicles, which aren't great in the set, because there's a bunch of Saga creatures that don't really come in. Alright, the Kami War I think is a bit of a trap. I've tried it before, but you really need to be heavy green doing this, and even with green, it's kind of almost, if you don't cast this in the turn where you have to, it ends up as a dead card. It's worse, especially in this format, with cards like Virus Beetle and Long Reach of Night kind of forcing you to discard. So we're probably looking at a Modern Age here. I think Seismic Wave is medium, but is medium. There's Kami's Flare at common, which is 2 mana deal 3, which is a lot better. Sure, you can get the bonus of dealing 1 damage to maybe an enchantment creature or a non-artifact, but it's still kind of situational. Let's just take Modern Age. Maybe we end up blue-black ninjas, and that's a fun place to be. And this is just still a good card, even though it's more in the defensive blue deck. Most of the defensive blue cards at common and artifact creatures in blue aren't very good, so usually you're just going to end up in ninjas. So let's do Modern Age over Kami's War, which, again, I think it's overrated. And there's a Silver for Master, perfect. If this wasn't this pack, it would be between like Network Disruptor and Tawashi Songshaper. But Silver for Master is a lot better than Network Disruptor, and even though it does, again, tie me into 2 colors, the thing is, if I'm in blue, I want to be in blue-black anyways, since blue is actually just as narrow as red in this format, I think, in terms of color preference. Yeah, once in a while you do end up like blue-green, blue-white, blue-whites with a ninja package, but you're not going to be in blue-red too often because it's not very good, and red wants to be like heavy artifacts. Which, funny enough, blue is the second color that cares most about artifacts, but again, most of the other artifact creatures aren't good, and the top blue commons are these ninjas, which aren't artifacts outside of 1 Network Disruptor. So, yeah, mostly just blue-black or heavy blue-white, so let's gamble here. Take a Silver for Master card's excellent. And then there's just this pack, so no amazing black cards. Probably have to just take a white card here in case we end up blue-white somehow. And then between both of these, it's very interesting. I don't mind Banishing Slash, even though it's double white. Sometimes locking things down in this format is not great, especially when you have things like Gravelighter, which can sacrifice. There's interaction like Fade into Antiquity, which can remove artifacts and enchantments as well. So this gets a little bit worse, whereas Banishing Slash is just a solid removal spell if you get double white going. Could also speculate on Simian Sling, maybe black-red is open, or even black-green. I don't know. Like, this card isn't too different from Fade, honestly, and I don't really like white outside of, like, white-green anyways, and white-blue is very medium. Let's take Fade. I think it's just an easier to cast spell. And maybe end up black-green, I don't know, in case ninjas get cut off. I'll probably just have to take Twisted Embrace here over Imperial Loaf and Searchlight Companion, which are also quite good commons. If I was more into ninjas, definitely Searchlight. If I was more into like a green multicolor grind path, Imperial Loaf. But luckily we have the Twisted Embrace pick 5, which is nice. So stick with base black and take a Moonsnare Specialist now. Also wouldn't mind Clawing Torments. Tales of Master Shishiro is also quite a good green common. But I think the best performing deck in this format is blue-black, and I think blue-black has a lot more synergy going on than black-green, which is just a bunch of good stuff. If I want to stay more open, take Clawing Torment, but if I'm going to play Clawing Torment, I want to be black-red or blue-black anyways. I don't want to be in a black-green grind deck, so Specialist is excellent. And then we could just make room for Roadside Reliquary here. I also don't mind Clawing Torments, but Reliquary could be kind of cool if we end up base 2 colors. And just having the selection of drawing cards in the late game is quite nice. But man, Clawing Torment is pretty nice. But we can hope to wield these since it doesn't seem like the pod really respects it all that much. So, I mean, maybe the safe pick is still Clawing Torment. Like, maybe we're not trying to gain card advantage anyways. We're just trying to out-tempo and be aggressive in blue-black, so we're not really trying to grind to the late game. Yeah, let's take a Clawing Torment. I think it's fair enough. And then could take a random Graphic Growth if I end up base green. But nothing else in this pack. I guess Spell Pierce is a fine sideboard option. But it's still early. Let's just speculate maybe in case black-green gets open. And then Planar Incision seems fine. Yeah, a lot of these white cards are just kind of junky. I think white is actually actively the worst color in this format. Not that it's unplayable, but it's just not that good. Take a Pursuit, actually pretty main deckable too. This is a better sideboard option though, but it can miss, and it tends to wheel anyways. There's also an argument for black-red with the Ogre, but it's also just a medium card, so. Ooh, late Song Shaper. Yeah, Brutsu can go in our blue-black deck, but we need to keep a record rates to really make it work. I think I would just hate draft Song Shaper in real life, honestly. This is like the best 2-drop in the red aggressive deck. So I'm willing to just take it just to maybe cut them dry a bit in case we somehow do end up in black-red somehow. So we'll just keep taking some of this stuff here. And yeah, I think we're better off in... Our cards are just set up to be blue-black either way. But there's a potential to move into like black-red or even green-black if things go south. So yeah, if I end up black-green, not much, like Clawing, maybe Gravelighter and Twisted Embrace goes along with these two. If I end up black-red, same thing. But I really need to be like heavy, like artifacts with experimental synthesizers in the red base decks. And then I need my season renewals with green, which I did see a late one, but I think we're better off this. So Weaver Harmony is excellent. But yeah, I don't think we have a really good setup for black-green. We have a bit of black-green going on, but I think, again, we're better off in blue-black. So I'll probably just take a Keeper Reckoner raid as the best common. Also wouldn't like mind Searchlight Companion as a fine enabler, or even Ambusher. Probably Ambusher would be my second pick here, just to add a couple more ninjas in the deck, and hopefully pick up some more enablers later. There's also Octopus, which adds home in blue-black, but is also just an okay card. Weaver, gotta keep in mind you can even copy the triggered ability off of Twisted Embrace to activate twice. But again, we saw blue-black a lot more open, so in the first pack, so I'm rather just take Reckoner Raid here, which also gets pumped by Silver for Master, FYI, since it's also Rogue. We'll take a Virus Beetle, it's the second best common in the set after Okiba Reckoner Raid. Some nice red cards here, Suit Up, also quite good, and Searchlight Companion. But we'll take a Virus Beetle. And then take our Ambusher, so blue-black is really open. Seeing this still in the pack. Not much else here. This pack is pretty unexciting. Some fine green cards. Mechanaut is okay, but yeah, you would imagine, like, since blue-black and black-red are both like really good decks, if you take the black out of it, you would imagine like maybe blue and red mixing together well, but it comes to find out, they just again don't mesh well with each other. Red like really heavily incentivized artifacts, and again the top blue commons aren't really artifacts, more like ninjas. So take an Ambusher. Ooh, Prosperous Thief versus Moon Circuit Hacker. Pretty close, but when in doubt, I think you just take the cheaper ninjutsu. And I'm going to take the Moon Circuit Hacker here because, yeah, the cheaper ninjutsu can sometimes come up, especially when you have some expensive sagas you don't mind bouncing back in your hand. Like, Prosperous Thief is also quite good. Again, it helps you ramp. But I think the Moon Circuit Hacker is the best and most important ninja at common, even over the Moon Snare Specialist. Sometimes you end up running a bunch of like these 4-drop sagas, like what's that one called, A Long Reach of Night, and then just being able to bounce that back is really nice. It's just mana efficiency. I could see taking Prosperous Thief over Circuit Hacker, but I think Circuit Hacker is just kind of overall just better. Also just draws as a card, which is sometimes better than making treasures in case you're flooding. So take Hacker over Searchlight over Prosperous Thief. So good science open. And could just take a random Koi as a filler 4-drop. Pretty much a dead pack here. And then, Shadow Walker. Although I probably want Searchlight Companion first over Shadow Walker, especially since we need a little bit more enablers in this deck. Like, we have a bunch of ninjas already. And then we need some evasive enablers. We have, like, I guess, Reckoner Raid, but you can't really ninjutsu it out that early. Gravelighter is a 3-drop. And then Virus Beetle, but it's not really a creature that has evasion. Whereas Searchlight Companion gives us a bit of evasion, so I'm going to take it over the Kuchi here, which is also reasonable. And Suit Up also the best performing blue common in the set. However, you still want to prioritize the ninjas over it, and Modern Age and even Network Disruptor. This is a card that you're hoping to wheel, but keep in mind it has overperformed beyond expectations simply because the best result is to kill a creature and draw a card, which is already a great 2-for-1. So gonna snatch it up here. And then nothing much here. It's not unreasonable to play an Iron Apprentice, I don't think. There's also an argument for like the Bloodfell Caves if we splash, like, I don't know, the Onicle Anvil, which I've seen some people actually do. I don't really believe in it though. I think it's too much of a stretch. So I'll take an Iron Apprentice in case we need more 1-drops for an aggressive deck. It's not wrong playing it too. It's just not like as good as it would be. Like, this is more like a black, red, gold card or just a red card. Take a Searchlight, which is great, so that's awesome. And a Smelter, pick 10 should be criminal. This is one of the most important enablers in red. Why are people sleeping on red? Red is a good color in this format, guys. It's definitely a lot better than white, for sure. And Spell Pierce, pretty nice, since we were planning to pick that up. And even Return to Action can be kind of cool sometimes. Yeah, Iron Hoof Boar also quite good in the red aggressive decks. So people are sleeping on the Grixis colors, or I mean mostly red. But I think we're settled in ninjas, and I think ninja is still a better deck. Wow. Kotose and Long Reach of Night, and also Circuit Mender, and also Virus Beetle. Yeah, so what do we take here? I think it actually could just be Virus Beetle. Like, I do like Kotose. Kotose is an awesome card. But I think we're just trying to be low to the ground and aggressive, and we just want all these Virus Beetles. Long Reach of Night also gives us a decent 4-drop here that we can eventually ninjutsu back, but I found that the Virus Beetles are usually just better. I don't know. There's also an argument for Circuit Mender. I don't know here. I wish I could just take all 3 of these cards and just call it, honestly. But I guess I wouldn't have enough playables. Yeah. So what do I take here? You know what? Let's take Kotose. We're in blue-black. We're the blue-black drafter. Let's go. And then we'll just take Reckoner Raid. Also wouldn't mind Kami of Terrible Secrets, which looks really good in this deck. But we gotta get the early enablers. And then here, not much else. There's Smelter, but again, we're not moving into black-red. I don't think Katose would wheel. Like, I can still see other decks trying to splash just like black-green. And it's just a good card overall. But I could also just see taking Virus Beetle, honestly, out of that pack. But given the amount of 2s that we have, we should be okay. I mean, these are not really... Some of these aren't really 2-drops, honestly. Unless we ninjutsu them. Like, Long Reach, yeah, I could see taking Katose over Long Reach. Overall, it's a really hard pack. We'll take a dual land here. Operative is pretty bad. And either way, I mean, it was a common. Virus Beetle was a common. You can pick up one later, assuming that's open. And we were past one, I think, too. I guess it was early in the pack where we passed one. But I wouldn't be surprised if the pick there was actually Virus Beetle over Katose. Now, pack 1 pick 1 would be Circuit Mender, actually. But again, I have enough 3s. Yeah, maybe the right pick was... No, the right pick was Virus Beetle. If I want to maybe speculate on this wheeling. Since we just want as many early 2-drops as much as possible. Whereas, like, the Circuit Mender pretty good too, but it's still kind of clunky on 3, and we have double Searchlight Companion already. So, yeah, pick could have been Virus, but whatever. We have to have some fun, you know. Take a nice top-end card for this deck. Could take second Clawing Torments here. Ninja's Kunai is also okay. Blade Blesser is also okay. I think we just take a second Clawing Torment. And then just move on. It's best in the blue-black deck anyways. And then we'll take our nice tap land. Crap. It's kind of whatever. Late Synthesizer as well. Yeah, we're getting kind of cut, I think. Looking at this direction, we're kind of light on playables, but we have some fine sideboard cards we can still throw in. Koi, Pursuit is not unreasonable. Chainflow, Centipede, Return to Action, Incision, although they're both kind of close anyways. Also wouldn't hit an Iron Apprentice, just to maybe sometimes have that early 1-drop to enable ninjutsu. But it gets blanked pretty easily, not gonna lie. So hopefully we can get some playables here because, yeah, we are the blue-black drafter, and it was pretty open in the first and second pack still. I guess we'll take a Brute Suit with double Akiba Reckoner Raid. I actually like that. With 2 Reckoner Raids, I'm happy with Brute Suit. Outside that, if I don't have double Akiba Reckoner Raid, it's not a card I really want, but now with 2 of them, I'm actually happy. How about 3? Probably not 3. I don't know, just take a random sideboard card. Probably not going to play 2 Brute Suits. I don't want too many vehicles. It gets awkward when there's nothing to play alongside of them. And yeah, they just took all the blue cards, so there you have it. People hate drafting in best out of 3. Maybe Trespassers. We're unlikely to get anything good, I don't think. The third pack just didn't see much outside the first pack, honestly, which had all the blue-black stuff we wanted, Circuit Menders, Virus Beetles, etc. And now we're just kind of given these junky cards. Alright, we'll still try to make something happen here. Yeah, we should have a viable deck by the end of this, too. So Koi's probably going to get in here. We probably need to run 16 landers because we might not have enough playables. So yeah, let's just throw in the Koi. Wow, we still need 5 more cards. Okay, that's a challenge I'm willing to accept. So we could just throw in an Iron Apprentice, Chain Flail, Trespassers. I guess play a Pursuit, and then I guess it's between like Return to Action and Planar Incision, which are both quite close. They're both quite close. I think I'd rather have the Planar Incision, right? Since, like, This only works when they try to kill your creature. Like you gain the life, but it still comes in tap. Whereas like you can still flicker this and use as a combat trick. I'm gonna throw in a planar incision and just run something like this. I think run 16 lands. Could also just cut Ditchy on Shard Haven. Like I'm not. I mean, yeah, it can be kind of awkward if we can't cast our stuff on curve, or if we run into a tap land. But maybe it's still fine. I don't know. Do I want to run 2 tap? I mean, if I'm running 17 lands, 2 tap lands is fine. Slightly favoring black is also fine. 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's give this a shot. I don't know who decided to move in the Ninjas Pack 3, but oh well, it is what it is. It's a popular deck. Maybe it was like another deck, another like blue drafter, just taking our ninjas for like a blue-green deck. Who knows? Could use like a Dakuchi Shadow Walker in this deck too, but yeah, I didn't mind the Katose, honestly. This hand is okay. I think we gotta keep on the play. I don't like leading with a Silver Fur Master, but I think we still need to run it out. Because it can just give our ninjutsu cheaper if we pick up one of our other ninjas. Yeah, would love a Kami Restless Shadows to recur. I mean, we gotta run it out. I mean, I don't want to waste some time. Probably fine running the Searchlight Companion too, and then into Koi. Gravelighter can also sack the 1/1 token. Right, that's a little bit annoying. Oh, okay, Iron Apprentice with Gravelighter could be a cute thing. But let's run out the Searchlight first and say go. And next turn we can run out, or I can save this for the Koi to loot. Since we are getting a lot of land drops going. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's run out the Gravelighter. Force him to sack and then smash in for 3. And then we'll save the Iron Apprentice for next turn, in case we draw another land. Put in some sort of red-green modified deck, or maybe multicolor splashing for like a Fable. Fair enough. Alright, we'll run out the Koi, and then we'll keep land to discard for the Iron Apprentice. We even have Suit Up in case he has another reach creature. And just decides to concede. Okay, so it's a red-green with interesting defensive Bamboo Grove Archer, which is good against our deck, but usually red-green doesn't really want to run anything like that. But again, to each their own. People do play lots of weird cards. Let's keep playing. This hand's kind of awkward. We're on a draw though. I mean, we have our colors. I'm gonna try it. It doesn't seem amazing, but it could be okay. The funny thing is we can even Clawing Torment the Bamboo Grove Archer, or just kill that. We can still play our ninja guy. All right, this is good. Clawing Torment gets worse with the Gravelighter, so we might need to throw these out early. But again, we're just fine just playing this out, I think, and then we can smash for 4. Trespassers can also start tapping things down too if we want. But Seiju, that's a good one. Luckily we have Clawing Torment to at least shut it down. Virus Beetle also isn't bad. Probably fine running out the Virus Beetle here since I can still crew for 1. And then probably gonna run out the land here. Get in for 4. So go. And then we can lock this down with the Clawing Torment, hopefully. He probably has some instant speed shenanigans here. But we're still gonna run out Silver Fur, I think. Crew to Silver Fur attack. Probably has removal for the Silver Fur, it's fine. Or both, not sure, but we'll just get in. And I guess he could have this stupid dragon. Yeah, he could be splashing this stupid dragon here, but I think we still attack with both. We'll see if he has it. If he has it, he has it. He can eat the Virus Beetle for free. If not, I get to get in for 1 here at least. Alright, that's fine. Guess we can even Gravelighter and sack the Virus Beetle next turn too. Who the fuck plays this card? It's so bad. So he can instant speed the Careful Cultivation. So I need to be careful. No, I guess this is the channeled ability, so he can't really cast that. Oh, yeah, he can't really channel it, but he can cast it to grow his Branch of Boseiju. Guess another land, so I guess he missed. Otherwise, I don't think you really want to get a land here. Right, that's fine. I think we just play the Gravelighter to shut it down. And then, yeah, this is going to be really brutal for the opponent. So I was thinking of Clawing Torment, but now this is really good. So getting some synergy going. Wasting his whole entire turn. Fine playing land. Attack for 2. Tails without any targets always feels bad. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And I can take his Boseiju, right? That's freaking sweet. Yeah, let's just attack. And steal his Boseiju. Although, I don't have any force in my deck, but so we'll see. What are some good targets here? Interventions, probably just Boseiju here. I don't have any force. How about March? No, I need to... Nah, that sucks. Let's just get the Boseiju here. And then we can see his hand. It's a bunch of random spells. He needs a creature, though, to get it out. Tatsunori. Wow, this deck is just full of multicolored shenanigans. And yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll cast a Boseiju. I won't get force, but at least it gives me like a big body eventually. He can arrest my 5/5. Oh, Twisted Embrace. Ooh, makes... Alright, that's fair enough. But he still doesn't have white mana. He can make a 5/5 next turn. But I can Clawing Torment on it. I guess he can use it now because of white mana. Which is, again, okay. Yeah, let's just attack for 2. I guess I can pursue him. Might as well. Get rid of his final card. Which is just a stupid land. Alright. Attack for 2, and then he can cast this, hit me for 5. And I can Clawing Torment on it, I guess. So you can hit me for 5, equip, and kill. Alright, Befriending the Moss, sure. And you can still equip and finish off my Silver Fur Master, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, that's kind of annoying here. So we'll probably take 6 again. And I can run out the Trespassers to slow him down. I'll take 5, but then I can stall later. I can stall this out still. Keep up suit up. Guess I can still attack for 3. Yeah, let's get in for 3. I gotta erase him. I guess I can suit up here just for the hell of it. And get a Centipede out. Yeah, we just want to pressure him because he's about to just die here. So this is fine. And he can attack, but if I can survive 2 more turns, he's just dead, and yeah. We got him. Right, was that the first match? I think that was a second opponent. Not sure. I think that was the second. Yeah, I think we won the first. No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too ahead of myself. It could just be my first round. Oh, yeah, it's still the first round. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Yeah, the game. It seemed like it was almost third. Let's just keep playing. Another awkward hand. I don't think I can keep this, like, everything starts at 3. This is awkward. Let's mull. This is slightly better. I hate having to bottom Trespassers, but I think I might have to since it's kind of the weakest card in our hand. I could discard land to risk it here. I mean, either way, I'm still not going to cast this anytime soon, so I think we bottom it. Might just run out Silver for Master just to hit for 2. Green, okay. Or run out the Virus Beetle. I think that plays better with into the Searchlight Companion. Maybe that's just better instead. Then we can always ninjutsu the Silver for Master to maybe surprise him. And if he drops a pretty scary creature, we can play Gravelighter and force a sack. I can also ninjutsu this out with the Silver for Master too. And I'm probably going to do that next turn. Yeah, let's just do that. We can even run out Iron Apprentice. That's pretty cool. Get some value going. Yeah, I like how Iron Apprentice and Virus Beetle lines up so nicely, and Gravelighter. All these synergies. So a green-blue deck. Sultai, so probably full of sagas and shit. Grafted Growth, okay. Ooh, Moonsnare Specialist, so let's run out the Virus Beetle. And then we can even try to Clawing Torment and maybe Moonsnare Specialist, not sure. We'll see, go. Emergence, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I could attack with all he blocks here, which is what he's probably gonna do. I can then ninjutsu the Moonsnare Specialist on the Virus Beetle. I could also Gravelighter, sack, and make him do this. If he blocks the Virus Beetle, then I can still, I think I'm still okay. So I think we can move to combat and attack with all. He blocks the Virus Beetle, smart boy. Let's just get him here by getting this. And then we can still smash him for a decent amount. Guess he has a stupid hexproof trick. Nope. And then this sets him back, but he does gain life, but it does set him back a bit. And if he has like long reach, we can sack the Iron Apprentice. Yeah, if he has a hexproof trick, I should have been a little bit more careful. Maybe just run out the Gravelighter to get value ASAP, but I'm just too tempted to... I just want him to make the war at the bad block so I can do the Virus Beetle thing again on him to mess him up. Behold, that's a good one. Yeah, that's going to lock me down for a whole turn, which is kind of annoying. But I think that's fine. And then, yeah, we'll keep land in hand. We have a Modern Age. We can always Clawing Torment anything large or make him sack with Gravelighter. Kira, alright. I think I Clawing Torment that instead of making him sack. Although, yeah, if I make him sack it, then what happens? Yeah, it's gonna be awkward. This is awkward because if I use Gravelighter and sack, he gets to get some creatures. He gets a large creature I can Clawing Torment. I don't want to do that. Let's just Clawing Torment this stupid thing. And then just swing in with all. And then I probably don't want to just play it out. And then just take his life points away. And decide to concede. Awesome. Pretty nice, strong deck though, but luckily we were on the play, and he wasn't. Yeah, still nothing. I guess Spell Pierce can be kind of cute. Could run a Spell Pierce, honestly. Didn't see too much interaction from the opponents, so could cut the Planar Incision. Or maybe Trespassers is just kind of weird. It does give us another creature, though, and we're kind of lights on creatures. Pursuit could be kind of interesting to cut to. Iron Apprentice I actually don't hate, because I think I need to keep every creature in this deck. So we can maybe cut like Pursuit perhaps. Since he's a green deck, he can just Season of Renewal and then run a Spell Pierce. Trespassers can also just go, I think, because it's like a fine top end, but I don't think we need it. Yeah, it's kind of clunky. Let's just throw in a Kaido's Pursuit. Just run something like this. Maybe should have be heavily incentivized more towards blue. But the Spell Pierce is going to be pretty good against like his expensive sagas. I can even mess up his Grafted Growths if I can catch him off guard. Yeah, this hand's also just medium. Not very good. But we're on a draw and we have 3 lands. I think we try it. This could be a bad keep, but I'm willing to gamble here since it doesn't look that bad. Give me a good 2-drop game. Coiling Stalker, well that's annoying. Well, I got punished now for keeping this crappy hand, so won't be surprised if I just lose this immediately. Yeah, I should have actually kept the lower can. Now I get punished. And he can even put a counter on the Ghost Shintai if he wants to. Modern Age. Yeah, let's just concede. This is so stupid. I shouldn't have kept this. I really messed this up. I really messed up this stupid hand. And that just cost me the game. I could run the Brutsu, but it can't block, and you know, he's just gonna keep loading up counters. Yeah, let's just run this back. I should definitely kept a different hand. Because I have a lot of 1-drops and 2-drops, but like, not keeping a 2-drop is like just so backbreaking. And you kind of need to do that against the green like grind decks. And also need a Clawing Torment to deal with the stupid Stalker. Alright, this is better. Alright, we'll try it. I can discard maybe a Searchlight or Chain Flail. Chain Flail is pretty nice with the 1/1 tokens though. So we can only hope he gets unlucky here. But Modern Age on 2 is pretty sweet. Spell Pierce. I could ditch the Spell Pierce. Or just ditch a 3-drop, honestly. Yeah, 1 Searchlight can go. Keep this for like the Behold the Unspeakable, which he has. And then maybe 1 land can still go. And then I'll just run out the Chain Flail. Like, I could run out the Searchlight, but this hits harder. That's a pretty good one. Not the Saga, but the creature, that's a good one. Alright, Searchlight keep up Spell Pierce isn't bad. And I can maybe ninjutsu with a Searchlight or Modern Age eventually. Yeah, we'll keep up the Spell Pierce, is pretty important. Runs Depth to the Kami, which is also just not a bad card, honestly. Grafted Growth, I could be annoying and counter it. I think I will. This messes up his Behold. And then I can even ninjutsu here if I want to. Do I want to though? I think I do. And hope he doesn't play blue mana into Behold here. But by denying the Grafted Growth, it makes him harder because I think he's splashing for the blue. So probably see some interaction here. Yeah, let's move to combat. Right, so I can play land. Could see a crab here too, but I'm just gonna run this out. The Tanuki, fair enough. Into a Behold. Yeah, it's probably Behold here since he's grabbing his double blue. And we'll say go. He can Behold shut me down for a whole turn, which is kind of insane. The card's so dumb. Alright. Fair enough, but we did slow him down. And yeah, we can attack back for a ton next turn and make something unable to block. And usually the green decks don't have a ton of removal, so you can just shut down something large and just attack. And this is 8 damage, and then Clawing Torment on his upkeep is 10. So I have high hopes here. Unless he has Malicious Malfunction, that's annoying. I'm hoping he doesn't gain life here. Okay, that's fine. So he's probably dead if I... That's a good one too. A bit of X1 hate. Alright, we can just kill him, I think. Doesn't matter which one I target. Could just target the Iron Apprentice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Exacxies. Good games. Oh, never mind. Oops. We'll just say go. It's not game over yet. I thought it was good games. I guess, yeah, I can just swing out and kill him though, so. He wouldn't need like Malicious Malfunction here, but that's a card most people don't play. He can gain life here too, I guess, which is also interesting. Yeah, decides to gain life instead. So we can run out Virus Beetle. Probably want to Clawing Torment. I think he's dead anyway, right? Yeah, let's just Torment this. And just attack with all. He can block the 2/2, but it's still 5 damage, so. And single black, there's no tricks, so we got him. Sweet. Yeah, Torment's just been very impressive. But I've been down on the Edict effect. I've been down on the Edict effects because of Clawing Torment. Like, I don't like Long Reach of Night as much anymore. But I might just first pick it still because it's black, but I can still see like taking Kumano Faces Kakazan or even Silver for a Master over Long Reach. Like, obviously Long Reach is still good, but against like, but when you're running like Clawing Torments, you can just stack the creature of Clawing Torment on it. So let's make sure we don't keep those sketchy hands with 0/2 drops again. We'll be on play. Give me a 1-drop. Haven't had... Okay, finally we have Regner Raid on turn 1. We haven't had it in the last previous 4 matches. But this is pretty good. No 2s, but still Regner Raid and the Searchlight is fine. Hopefully we draw out of this. Hopefully we stop drawing lands. Hopefully no Preserve. Light Pause. Okay. Sure. So whenever he casts an aura, he can fetch an aura, put it onto Light Pause, if I'm not mistaken. So if he's running Historian's Wisdoms, he can. Yeah, it has to be less than the aura he cast, and then it also has to have a different name. This is like a constructed build around. It's not that good of a card. I could just attack into it and suit up next turn, honestly. Or just run out Virus Beetle. Like, I don't really care about this. I think we just attack for 3. Play out Virus Beetle and say go. Could have a Wanderer's Intervention. We can bait it. We can cast a suit up here. This is fine. If it was Jukai Naturalist, I would definitely be a little bit more tempted to offer, or Twisted Embrace, but. And I should also keep in mind you could have Master's Rebuke here. Keeping up the 2-mana was kind of interesting. Ooh, okay, red. So opponent in a Naya base deck, so could see Fable the Mirror Breaker maybe, or Twin Shot Sniper on the splash. Preserver, alright, that's fine. I can attack and then use Suit Up next turn. I can also Trespassers and tap them both down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get them for 5. Maybe I just Twisted Embrace here, honestly. Yeah, I can see myself just doing that. Or maybe I do just use the suit up here. Yeah, let's just attack with these and maybe force the suit up. You might double block though. But I guess I'm fine with that exchange. Oh, I guess you can double block the Prowler. Maybe I should tap them down. Alright, he's blocking that instead. Fair enough. So we can get him with the combat trick. Nice 1 for 1. 2 for 1, I mean. And so go. Now he can't do any light pot shenanigans, but he could also just be playing as a 2-drop, honestly, because it just doesn't do anything. And then we'll just hit for 3. Could play Centipede, I guess, and reconfigure. Maybe that's just better. And I'm fine kind of maybe offering to trade for the 3-3 or just attack. But he could be holding up an instant to blow me out, so let's actually offer a trade here. Because I don't want to run into any instant speed interaction if I put it onto one of my attackers that can free roll. And if he has a removal spell to take out the 1/1 token, that's fine. And if he's trading for a 1/1 token, that's even better. Since it's just a token from Searchlight. Alright, that's fair enough. He uses Wanderer's Intervention on a freaking 1/1 token. I'll take that any day. Could be holding up another removal spell here too, so it's fine. Intervention on a 1/1 token from Searchlight, so much value. This card's also just kind of medium, just really medium-ish. I guess I could tap his stuff down next turn and attack. That's fine. That's annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can put him down to 1 with the Trespassers. He can gain 2 life, up to 3. I guess I can just equip here. I guess I can just equip and play another Searchlight Companion. If I Trespassers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but then he gains 3, but then he's off out of stuff. And then he also doesn't get to use his mana, so maybe this is the turn to do it. So then he doesn't get to tap for mana, and he's at a pretty precarious life total here. Yeah, he goes up to 3. I can also reconfigure here too. But yeah, he's just dead. So that wasn't too difficult of a matchup. Might just run to Pursuit. Like, I do not like this card. Like, it did do some work in the last matchup, I suppose, but it's also just kind of whatever. Could cut the Planar Incision, but it's just cheaper. I guess I'm running Pursuit already, so never mind. I guess it was a Spell Pierce we were considering in the last draft, which was better since he was running a lot of expensive sagas, but this opponent didn't see too much from him. Other than a couple 2-drops and, 1 4-drop. This hand sucks. Come on, you can do better in that game. I'm mulliganing. This hand is also not amazing, but I'll keep. I hate bombing Katose. Maybe it's just Pursuit here. Yeah, it's probably Pursuit. I like Wrecking with his hand, but maybe Katose goes. I mean, it's just so expensive, and I could miss some land drops. Yeah, Katose can go. Maybe we can mess with his hand. I can ninjutsu this for 1 as well. Off of the Silver Fur Master. Roaring Earth. Alright, so it's one of those decks. So bounce and removal is going to be paramount. So this Twisted Embrace needs to hit something big so he can play a 2-drop, play a land, grow it. Azuzas, that's fine. At least he's not putting lands. I guess he's missing lands. Could Ambusher here, but I think we just run Searchlight and then set up the Ambusher next turn. Still nothing? Sure. I can also keep up planar incision. And I guess I might as well just replay the Searchlight Companion. Probably gets a 3/3, he can grow it, but then I can kill it. I guess that's a plan. Could be holding up a Master's Rebuke, so I might need to be careful, but I have Suit Up. Suit Up's pretty good, although I could also just Pursuit here and just attack. Because he's probably holding on to some bullshit. That's usually the case. Yeah, let's just Pursue and attack. The rogues gain Menace, so I can still attack for a decent amount here. Could see a fight spell. Could see a fight spell here. Alright. Still had nothing? Wow. Missing his white mana. Alright, finally gets the white mana. I think he top decked it too. That must be like the worst feeling, top decking your white mana. I'm probably not blocking this either. I'm hoping maybe he taps out so I can like embrace and kill. I guess he has a fight spell because he's hovering over my stuff. Okay, Offering. That's a pretty good one. I think I need to embrace maybe. It is risky, but like I gotta get rid of this. Let's embrace. All right, it resolved fairly quickly, so we can kill this, and then just smash. So that's a pretty nice win, free win for us. Yeah, our opponents just, you can see the best out of 3 opponents just aren't as challenging as Premier Draft. So, yeah, it's not too difficult to climb. Occasionally you do face against those nutty decks, but I think the skill cap of the best out of 3 are a lot lower, so. Probably just run another traditional draft here. And maybe get another 3K going. So, kind of easy. And the deck wasn't even that optimal. Like, the third pack just barely had anything good. Like again, we had to take Katosi over Virus, Speedo, Long Reach, and Circuit Mender, and none of those even made it back. And then the rest of the other packs barely even had anything. So yeah, we just threw in a bunch of kind of filler stuff, Planar Incision, Iron Apprentice, Pursuit, and even the Trespassers. But our deck still functioned pretty well, so overall, opponents weren't tough at all, too, so who knows. Maybe the deck is just bad anyways, but we just kind of got lucky. Oh yeah, let's do another traditional. Just keep grinding gems, going infinite. Alrighty then, traditional best out of 3 Neon Dynasty. This is the second draft. We opened up Eater of Virtue, pretty powerful in the aggressive black decks. Not as amazing as it is in the green deck, since green really doesn't want the creatures to get exiled. And for the most part, most of your green creatures tend to be large, like Greater Tanuki and Tales of Master Shishiro. But by not any means unplayable in green, but it's just a little bit worse because of the fact that it exiles when it dies. Exiles a creature when it dies, so you can't again spin it back. We have some excellent uncommons here: Spinning Will Kick and Smelter. If it was best out of 1, I'd probably take Smelter, but I think the right pick would be Spinning Will Kick, just because it puts you in green, the second best color in the set, and also doesn't need to commit you to an archetype. Not that red has any other archetypes outside of artifacts, but you know what I mean. Akami's Flare also probably the best common here, but I'll take an Eater. Set up for a nice aggressive deck. Hopefully ninjas or red-black. Alright, this pack is interesting, but Seiju Who Endures is worth close to $30. In real life, I think if it was like a real-life draft, I'd take it. The uncommon the uncommons here are also okay. Containment Construct, if you have multiple Modern Ages, is quite good, but it's still speculative. I think I'm just going to take Network Disruptor. I think it's the best common out of this pack. Plays pretty well with Eater Virtue, nice evasive threat, and if it ends up getting exiled, it can give my future creatures flying. Over Fade, which is again okay. Also Shrines are cute, but not really a big fan of them unless I'm kind of in a green multicolored grind deck, but I'll take a Network Disruptor. Okay. There's a Patchwork Automaton, okay. This card is kind of broken in the red decks. Flame Discharge, worse than Kami's Flares. Same with Seismic Wave. I think this is enough better that I think you gotta take it over Reclining Torment and Ninja's Kunai here. Card is pretty insane in the red decks. Especially if you can cast this on curve, it's just so hard to interact with. Even if there's cheap removal, they had to spend 3 or 4 mana dealing with this, which is a big headache. So I'm going to take the Automaton. Also plays well with Eater of Virtue. So best card in the pack there. And then Kumano faces Kakazan. Well, there's Twisted Embrace too, but after taking Patchwork, I think I'm just down to just draft red-black for the most part. And hope we wield a Sokenzen Smelter. This is definitely a lot better than Kami's Flare and is the best red uncommon in the set. There's also Selfless Samurai. I do like blue-whites, but for the most part, most of the white decks just want to be paired with green. And you kind of need to be heavy blue ninjas for white-blue to actually work with the prototype. Twist Embrace would probably be my second pick here, because it keeps me the most open. Or Kami's Flare, but I think I'm fine forcing red after getting past Patchwork Automaton. This card is excellent, and definitely the best red uncommons, and one of the best uncommons in the set. So let's go. And then this pack is just very medium. Best cards like Safekeeping. I'm okay with Uprising Renegade. It's a fine 2-drop, and if we pick up some Iron Apprentices, that can enable modify. There's Simian Slings and plenty of equipments. I guess Eater Virtue also modifies, and Patchwork also gets counters. So let's take an Uprising Renegade. It seems like red is fairly open here, and we'll take a Dwachi Song Shaper over Reclining Torment to keep ourselves mono red. And this is the most important 2-drop in the Artifacts deck, or in the red decks in general, since they can just lead to these explosive starts like Kumano into a 3/3 Song Shaper. It's hard to deal with in the early game. So take Song Shaper or Reclining Torment. And who knows, we could still be mono red here. This pack is not very exciting. I actually think Blade Blesser is just better than Shameflow Centipede, honestly. If we end up red-black. This is an artifact though, so I guess I just take this because of synergy. Curve that into Patchwork or Song Shaper. Still not exciting, so I'll put it in the sideboard for now. But yeah, I actually think Blade Blesser could be better, but I could also be wrong. Alright, Trash Pot. Is that its best in red-black? Or maybe actually Brutes is just better, right? Sure, this gets a 4 toughness, it tramples, But it's still a little bit rough to get going, especially if you don't have much in the graveyard. Whereas this can beat down pretty hard, and if you pick up some Reckoner raids, it's quite good. I'll still put in the sideboard for now, but I think it's definitely better than Trash Spot, probably. And then this pack is just kind of whatever. Don't think I'm doing Shrine Sorting. It looks like red-black is open, though. Like, the packs have been pretty horrendous so far. I'll take a return to action. I don't know. Seems fine. I mean, outside the red cards, like, everything just seems, like, very medium. So I won't be surprised if we just end up mono red or red black at the end of this draft and be happy with it. Yeah, Automaton, Kumano, Songshaper, they're all like red cards anyways. A lot of people look at this card and they don't see that as a red card, but really it is a red card because red is the only like deck in the format, along with black. Red and black are the two cards that care about artifact synergies, even though blue has slightly more artifacts than black. The best blue commons aren't artifacts. Whereas black, you still have like Reckoner Rage. Sure, it's an enchantment, but it's still very good to play in a red aggressive deck. You have Virus Beetle, obviously, that's very good. And then Twisted Brace is not as good in a red-black deck, but still feasible. And then I guess there's Clawing Torment, which is just great anyways. So, we'll see. Red started out as probably one of the most unplayable colors into a color that's tier 1. None of these really matter. Like, I don't really care about any of these. Like, I guess we're in a pod full of very good drafters or something, because we're not seeing any amazing blue ninjas. Didn't see too many amazing black cards pass to us. Saw the Selfless Samurai, but that was it. And then the green cards, didn't see a ton of them either, so it's probably just mono red at the end of the day. So, we'll see. Hopefully we get the Smelter, but if, again, the pod is full of good drafters. Okay, Clawing Torment's a nice one. Don't hate that. Over War Paint and Gift of Wrath, which aren't very good. None of these really matter here. Maybe I play this as a sack outlet. It's not unreasonable, but still kind of clunky. Alright, hopefully next pack we can really do this. Hopefully pick up an Oni Cult Anvil. And that's going to be pretty important. Also, Kami's Flare didn't wheel, so... Right, Tatsunori is kind of broken. If we end up black-red, though, we might not have enough enchantments. Although, we do have Clawing Torment and Kumano. So, yeah, sure, this is just enough better than Reckoner Raid. Like, you make a 3/3 body off of this, which is kind of absurd. We're probably not going to activate the ability because we don't have any... We're not playing green or blue, but it's still, like, very strong. So, either way, I think we still take it here. There's no red cards in this pack over Reckoner Raid, so Tatsunori's a bomb. Just gotta play it. Twisted Embrace versus Clawing Torment. God darn. There's also Crucible Defiance, which is okay. Man, this pack is full of, like, goodies. It might actually just be Clawing Torment in this deck over Twisted Embrace. I'm not lying. Like, 4-drop is just... 4-mana is really clunky. And, it doesn't tick like the Clawing Torment does. I'll take it over, I guess, Roadside Reliquary. Which could honestly be the pick, too. But... Again, I'm not going to risk losing a Clawing Torment here, or the land. The land's fine, too. The land's okay. Let's just take the Clawing Torment, honestly. Blade Blaster, I guess, is okay. Spinning Wheel Kick, best card in the pack, and nothing else. Calamity's pretty bad. So just take a Nezumi Blade Blaster. And I guess the double Clawing Torment plays well with Tatsunori as well. So I think we're in red-black for sure. Maybe we can wheel, though, keep a Reckoner Raid, who knows. Black does seem kind of open. Oh, so Kenzen Smelter and Songshaper and Voltage Surge. Man, I wish I could have this whole entire pack. It has to be the Kenzen Smelter. It's just too important. We don't have that many artifacts to sacrifice, but I'm hoping we can get some Iron Apprentices later. There's also an argument for just taking the Songshaper here. But I think this is just more powerful. Like, if you can just enable this constantly, it's just kind of broken. So I'll take it over to 2 stuff here. I would still take the Voltage Surge, I think, over the Song Shaper, but not over Sokenzen. I'll take a Ninja's Kunai here, passing Machiko's Reign of Truth. But yeah, I'm not moving the white, and black white's pretty bad. All right, I love Darkside Chef, especially in black red. Yeah, we'll take it over Aki Ember Keeper, which I think is also quite reasonable. Gives me another enchantment for the Tatsunori. And then now I'll take a Voltage Surge here over Kami, which also wouldn't be bad, but we're not really that type of deck. We're just trying to be low to the curve, aggressive, get stuff out of the way type of deck. Voltage Surge over Kami seems fine, over Unstoppable Ogre 2. And then could take an Ink Rise. The Scrounger has a bit of synergy with the Dockside Chef, but no one plays it. Ink Rise isn't the worst. It's still a 2-drop, so I'll take it over Undercity Scrounger. And then who knows, maybe we play Lethal Exploits. I like the fact that this triggers artifacts too, so. And we have a couple of enchantments for the Tatsunori either way, so 4 enchantments to trigger this. And it's just a looming threat that this can trigger, make a 3/3 that makes it so that the opponent needs to deal with this immediately, kind of. Not sure. Doggo's still in the pack, so I don't know. Maybe white-black is the place, or white. I hope I don't play this, but it's not like I'm not playing the Kaito's Pursuit. It's a really bad card to enable artifacts for, so I don't know. Maybe someone else is in our lane, since we didn't see the Kami Flare in the first pack. But I still think this is the way to go if we're gonna do this. Ooh, Song Shaper to pick 12. That's a gift. That's a really nice gift. So, would love some Iron Apprentices. Virus Beetles would be nice too. But like our first draft, we can still run some sideboard options. Like the Scrapyard Steelbreaker isn't the worst either, or Brute Suit. Invoke is not that good. It's probably between Ambusher and Simian Sling. Probably just take Simian Sling here. There's also the land again that didn't wheel from the second pack. But I still think we need more ones. Ambusher is kind of cute too, but you need to ninjutsu it. So if you don't have any things that can go unblocked, it's kind of awkward. It still plays pretty well the Eater, but I still think we take Simian Sling. Kind of what this deck really wants. Some more ones, and Life of Tashiro and Virus Beetle. God, why do these two have to be in the same pack? And Kami's Flare? Rona's fine, but I'd still take these 3 over it. Darn. I really don't. I think it has to be a mistake taking Virus Beetle over Life. Life is just that good, right? It's the best black uncommon. Still fine with Tatsunori. Yeah, I'll take it over Virus Beetle. I might regret it, but still overall the most powerful card. We can always use Iron Hoof Boar as a combat trick. I think I'm going to take it here over the land since we are kind of lacking playables. And this is still a really good combat trick. Been pretty impressed with this. Now there's a Twisted Embrace, but again I think we just take another Simian. I don't think the game plan is to get on turn 4 to cast a Twisted Embrace. We just need more of these 1-drops. There's also the Clawing Torment here. But we're just going to take Simian Sling. It's kind of an interesting decision. Like, you would never really take Simian Sling over a card like Twisted, but again, I think this is what our deck wants. And another Kumano pick 6 is a gift, so yeah. We can even run 15 lands in these types of decks, or even 14, depending on the curve. Virus Beetle is probably not going to make it. The card's too good. Just taking Simian Sling over Twist Embrace. Who does that? That's kind of stupid, right? But actually, it is what you do when you have Clawing Torments. There was also a Clawing Torment in that pack too, but I still think we take Simian Sling. Again, we just need more artifacts for Sokenza Smelter for Dockside Chef. And more it also helps enable Modify, helps you close out the game and grind with the reconfigure. So if we need filler cards, Ink Rise can be thrown in, Lethal Exploits, Chain Flail, Scrapyard, Brute Suit. Some interesting options. This card's bad, but I'll take a Kami Slayer over Climbing Torment any day. Sure, let's move on. Like, I would never play Dragon Spark Reactor even in an Artifacts deck. It's just too clunky. And the mana that you need to invest in it, 6 mana just to kill something, it's not where you want to be. And it just doesn't affect the board or anything. It has this looming threat of activation, but there's so many ways to interact with it in this format. Fade into Antiquity can mess it up after you commit so much resources to it. Intercessor's Arrest, Completion. Late, Moonsnare, but probably just going to take the Shattered States here. Not sure if I'll play it. It's not unreasonable if we go 16 or even 15 lands playing this card. Or just take an Ambusher. Ambusher's also nice. It's an artifact creature. Maybe we're just going to end up 16 lands anyways. With a very low curve. I think Rise can enable the Ninja, but it's not... Ooh, okay, Reinforced Ronin isn't bad. And the nice thing about Reinforced Ronin is it has a nice combo of the Patchwork just being able to grow it over and over. Still going to take it here, and then we'll take another Chain Flail. Could just run 15 lands, honestly, just throwing a couple more cheap creatures. Ambitious Assault's also playable. There's just so much. Like, Red is always so open. There's just so much to do. So much you can do. I mean... So it's probably 16. I can't imagine 15. We could run 15, though. If our curve is, like, insanely high, low... But I have so many options. I'm not even sure what I want to do. 13 creatures. Clawing Torment? Wow, that's a late one. Yeah, I'll probably put in 1 or 2 more playables and run 14 or 15 lands. I don't have any, whatchamacallit, synthesizers, though. So, let's see here. Yeah, we already have like a 17 land deck, but I don't think I can run 17 lands with all these 1-drops. Otherwise, I risk flooding. Just look at the amount of interaction we have already. Even Life of Tashiro, I guess, is interaction. Yeah, I think interaction's good. So I don't think I need to throw in a random lethal exploit into the deck. I guess my only options are the 2-drops really, Inkrise Infiltrator and Mukotai. I think maybe I still need to run 16 lands just so I can reconfigure some stuff. And I have Dockside Chef, which kind of needs me to hit some lands. And then it's between Inkrise and I think Mukotai Ambusher. I could also consider the Brute Suit too. I don't want to run any 4s. There's also Ambitious Assault, which could be kind of an interesting finisher. So 1, 2, I guess Chain Flail could be a thing too. Not sure what the final card should be. Ambusher is an artifact creature. But do I want to ninja anything? Really? I like ninjaing the Life of Tashiro, I guess, assuming it goes unblocked. Reinforced Ronin. So Kenzen Smelter. It honestly could just be Inkrise. The fact that it's just a 2-drop that's kind of unblockable is kind of annoying to deal with, but it has no synergy. That's the problem. Or just a Centipede, honestly. Centipede could be okay. Like curving out 2-drop into Centipede, or even Brute Suit. But I probably want to, I guess I don't mind the Centipede since I can just reconfigure and move it around. I mean, there's so many defensible options. I think I'm running 16 lands for sure. Yeah, we just want to curve out, I think, and just beat down. Let's just run a Centipede. It's an artifact. It's a 3-drop. It's between Centipede and Brute Suit, I think. Either way, I think the best card is Ambusher, though. Having Ambusher out in 2 is kind of cute. And then, like, we could just go wide and just ninjutsu and catch him off guard, too. But if I don't ninjutsu as a 4-drop, so that's kind of awkward. Yeah, let's just run this, I think. And then mana base, keep it even split. Although I slightly favor red more, but I still need to cast Clawing Torments and I guess most of my black spells are 3 drops, but I don't think I can mess with my mana if I'm going 16 lands. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Yeah. My adjustments aren't due to power level, they're due to just how the deck works. Like, I would love to play like Ambusher in this deck over like Chain Flail, but it just doesn't make any sense sometimes. I don't like the Flood, but Patchwork and Life of Tashiro are excellent in the early game, so I think I'm going to keep him. Hopefully the opponent plays a 1 toughness creature that I can destroy here. If not, hopefully I can draw some artifacts for Patchwork. So please play your Iganjo Exemplar, please, or Generous Visitor. Kappa Tech Wrecker, why? Why did it have to be Kappa Tech Wrecker? Well, I guess I just run out Simian Sling, right? Or maybe I do just run out Patchwork and let him exile. I guess as Ward. I guess if he wants to spend his whole turn trying to get rid of the Ward, that's totally fine. It is really annoying, though. I'm hoping I can get maybe red mana and trade. Yeah, if he wants to exile, that's okay. I hate when I run into this on turn 2. It's so dumb. This card's like the best uncommon in the set. It's so stupid. It's like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Like, yeah, if he wants to spend his mana to exile this, that kind of sucks because this is a great card. But yeah, I guess he isn't going to. Jugen, okay, I guess I'll just take out. Jesus Christ, yeah, Jugen defends the temple already. I guess I just want to kill this and then run out the Simian Sling. And then get my Life of Tashiro exiled. I still think this is, again, the right thing to do. Otherwise, he just puts counters everywhere and he gets the ramp. Alright, rip Life of Tashiro, but you did it. You did your job. It's a freaking 2/4 Death Touch. He doesn't have to exile, but I think this is his turn to do so. So gross. Alright, so this is an example of an opponent which has a pretty insane start, and probably an insane deck, which, you know, it's going to be difficult for us to get to 3-0 with, but that's, again, totally fine. Hopefully we can at least get 2-1 and make 1,000 gems. I know I'm speaking a little bit too soon, but it's hard to really beat the start. I could chomp and save life. But I do want to just get rid of this stupid Death Touch counter, so I'm going to let this resolve. And then probably going to see life get exiled, which I'm okay with. He might actually, yeah, that's fine. And then at least this can block the 2/4 next turn. Jugen's going to become a problem. I can attack for 2. Holding up mana, very interesting. I'm still going to attack here. Does he have an untapped trick? Story Weave? Okay, so he gets to block my Simian Sling. Okay, then I get the Iron Hoof Boar and blow him out. That's fine. I guess it's a 4/4, but I still get to kill it. Cute trick, but at least Jugen dies. Which, again, is a huge problem, but I had to 2-for-1 myself for it. Right. Yeah, I guess it does. Oh yeah, Story Weave, I guess. Let me read this card. I guess you can choose one. Put 2 lore counters. The next time 1 or more enchantment creatures enters the battlefield, it gets an extra +1/+1. That's fair enough. Norika can get back Shugen. This opponent has it all. Ugh, so gross. Alright, at least I can curve out here. Make a 3/3. And then, I guess if I pick up more enchantments, I can sack the 3/3 and draw some cards. Gonna play all my lands so I can start stacking eventually. The 3/3 can at least block this 3/2 and trade. So he attacks, brings back Jugen. Interesting attack here, but I think it's a free roll. Only attacks with both. That's kind of interesting. I think I only blocked the 3/2. And hope he doesn't have a Springleaf Avenger here. Or I guess he could have a trick. But kind of have to bait it out. Yeah, Regent's Authority. That's so stupid. So dumb. And the land doesn't do anything. Alright, so I might have to just reconfigure, or maybe chump and sack, or maybe just trade. I don't know. We'll just say go. So he's running a lot of these dumb combat tricks. So I probably need the lethal exploit for more instant speed interaction, but it's really not a good card. Sure, he still can't cast Jugen, but I probably need to throw all my creatures under the bus here just to take out the Norika, because yeah, he can attack and get back Jugen, but he would need an extra land to cast it. So I need to get rid of her this turn. So unfortunately, Tatsunori has to say bye bye. Yeah, he would need to play an extra land, which he already played out, so this needs to go. Could also throw in a chef because he could have another combat trick. Could have an intervention here, that would suck. Yeah, I probably see an intervention. It's kind of stupid. It's so dumb. They have everything. So even if I triple blocked, it wouldn't have done anything, but it is what it is. Eater, sure. I wish it stayed in exile forever. Right, let's run this out. And I probably need to put this under the Dockside Chef. So this also becomes a 3/3. And I can at least double block, although I'll lose both creatures next turn. It's so bad. It's really bad either way, like it's really bad. Opponent doesn't even bother to attack main phase. Just wants to get in for damage. Sure. Alright, whatever. It's just too many lands. Maybe I need to run 15, I don't know. Maybe it's just a 15 lander against something like this. Yeah, it's probably 15 lands. Darn. Ambusher. I guess we can run lethal exploits because he has Narika, and I need some ways to deal 2 toughness, deal 2 damage. So maybe I just run the lethal exploit and call it. That was so dumb. Like this guy has like all the rares and it's just slow rolling me. This hand sucks, but I can Kamano this Simian Sling. I'll try it. Maybe I should have went 16 lands, really. But sometimes you just have to take the risk. Yeah, I can easily see myself losing this if I don't get a second land soon. Cultivation's fine. Alright, actually it's not since I'm missing my lands, but sure. Run out another Kumano. Hopefully get another land eventually. And this also exiles, so he can't do any graveyard shenanigan stuff. Wow, plays Dramatis Puppet. Okay, that's something new. Okay. Sure. I could sack, but this is fine. Probably sack next turn, since this is going to be smaller. There's Kira. Oh man, yeah, if I kill this, he just gets another one. So I need black mana for Clawing Torment, which I found here. So now what I can do is I guess I want to play out Chef. Nah, I need the Clawing Torment here. We need to get aggressive. And smashing for 4. Also exiles, which is sweet. I guess it exiles so Kira wouldn't die. So maybe I should have actually killed Kira and used Clawing Torment on the 2/4. So I'm actually going to run this opponent over with two lands. That sounds fun. Maybe I just need to cut the Chain Flail for the Ink Rise, but it's only attacking for 1 damage per turn. Save the Kami's Flare for something else. So it's probably an intervention here. So I'm hoping I can get a Swamp, because by getting a Swamp, I can then use the Chef to sack whatever's going to die. Yeah, it's probably intervention. I could also just use the Clawing Torment, but man, let's see. It could also just be a combat trick. Let's just attack. It's probably intervention here. I wouldn't be surprised. Story Weave, okay. Sure. I guess. This is interesting. So does Kami Flare do anything here? Not really. I can still deal 2 damage to his face. But I probably want to Clawing Torment this next turn too. Right, still 4 damage, which I'll happily allow to happen. And hopefully he doesn't have Kappa Tech Wrecker to mess me up. But he didn't have so the last following turn, so this is fine. So hopefully no Kappa Tech Wrecker. But I guess if he Kappas, he's still going to be at 2 life, and I can burn him out with Kami's Flare, assuming I have modified, which I don't. So I don't know what's up here. Wow, I'm running off of 2 lands and I'm kicking his butt. That's the power of Kumano, Jugen, okay. So he gets to make another 1/1. He hits me for 6. Hopefully no Kappa. No Kappa. So I can kill the Mana Dork. And then attack. And we got him, wow, off of 2 lands. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. So running 15, I really don't want that many 3-drops, so... yeah, I guess Centipede can go. And we might as well just run this Mokota Ambusher. Maybe we can get lucky. Or maybe run a bit Ambitious Assault. Yeah, let's run Ambitious Assault, actually. Seems more impactful than the Chain Flail. And hopefully we can run him over with 15 lands again with Kumano. It's kind of hilarious when you think about it, but you can do some silly things with the red decks in this format. Oh, this is not bad. One we'll keep. Give me a 1 toughness creature I can kill, please. Could see Careful Cultivation. Kappa again. Why do they always have this shit? It's so stupid. It totally makes the game unfun. I'm not gonna lie. It does. Maybe I should round to Washi, but at the same time, if he wants to spend his whole turn doing this, that's fair enough. Grafted Growth, right, so at least this has Death Touch. Yeah, at least that's Death Touch. And he can't kill this, at least. Eater of Virtue isn't bad either. Yeah, just get this online and hit for 1. And then maybe we can life with the Shiro and Tawashi Songshaper next turn, who knows? Or I guess we can play Tawashi, play Eater, equip. So then it makes it very difficult for him to attack. And exile the Patchwork. Befriending, okay, so he can use this now, but he would still need to pay 2 mana, so I guess we can be aggressive since he can fly over again next turn anyways. So now what, we want to play this, and then we could run out life with the Shiro, honestly, so he ends up exiling instead of our sword. Yeah, let's just do that instead. Let's just try to run him over and make him use the Kappa on the life with the Shiro instead of on Patchwork or the sword. Tanuki, alright, that's good too. So let's think here. Please target my life with the Shiro. Wow, gets rid of my Songshaper? Sure. Yeah, that's fair enough. So I think I can survive next turn, so let's see here. Probably gonna play out lands. I guess this no longer has Menace, but it has Death Touch, which is pretty nice. So we're probably just gonna run out Songshaper here. Run out the Simian Sling. Run out the Eater Virtue. Equip onto Blade Blesser. If I run it here, it's most likely he trades, but by doing this, I get in for 10, and we can again just run him over here pretty nicely. So yeah, the power of red. Don't sleep on it. And he needs to stay back on defense. I can keep swinging into 5-2. I guess I can equip with the Simian Sling and keep burning him out. Sasuke can get back, can bounce an enchantment back, but that's it. Jugen, alright, that's cute. But we can just equip the Simian Sling and attack and trade, which is probably the goal here. So if I attack with all, what happens? He still has some good blocks. Also don't have any ways to enhance. So we're probably just going to round out the Simian Sling here. On the Songshaper. Move the Eater. Attack. Force a Traitor Chump. And then reconfigure the Simian Sling next turn too. Yeah, I guess we want to reconfigure first, just in case. And let's reconfigure on the 3-2 here, actually. Because you got Fade into Antiquity. I guess Fade would actually mess with the Simian Sling anyway, so this is fine. So he would need some life gain here to survive. Yeah, we'll see. Tails is fine. Tails is not going to save him. I guess he would need like the Tamiyo's like safekeeping here. I guess he can speed up the clock on his thing, but he's still gonna take one from the Simian Sling, so it's still not good for him. Wow, we got him, sweet, off of 15 lands. That's pretty crazy. Okay, I'll take it. I probably want to run 15 lands from now on as well. Maybe it's a little bit too risky. Maybe still 16 lands. But I'm still prone to flood if I'm running this incredibly low curve. Well, I can't believe I stole the first one, just stuck on like 2 and 3 lands. It's kind of crazy. The things you can do in red in this format. So yeah, let's adjust this. Let's go 15. And then let's run run a lethal exploit, I guess, or just ambitious assaults. I know if I'm cutting a black, that's gonna be a little bit awkward. Maybe I still keep it 16. And just hope I just get a good opening hand and not flood. Yeah, it might be too ambitious. I could also just run ambitious assault, honestly, over chain flail. Get that, like, if I am going wide enough, I probably just want to kill them. So let's try it out over the chain flail. Like, not even Compotech record could have done much, except mess with my life with Tashiro. Opponent's probably on the play. And our opening hand, it's not bad. Yeah, we can keep this. Hopefully, he doesn't have his own life with Tashiro against us. Ink Rise is fine. Could attack for 1 and use life, but I think I'm just going to play Song Shaper here and take it slow. It's going to be awkward. I don't want to really lose my Simming Sling. Can be a Ninja. Hopefully no Ambusher. Scrounger, I guess that's a pretty good target for the Clawing Torment. So what about this? Let's Clawing Torment this Scrounger. Play land, reconfigure, hit for 3. And then maybe surprise him with life if he has any 1 toughness. I'm hoping he doesn't have any ninjutsu here, but then him bouncing this back with ninjutsu is not the worst. Yeah, I don't really think this card's good, but we get punish here. Ninjutsu can punish the Clawing Torments. It's still a good card, though. It messes with the green decks really badly. So he can activate Ink Rise on defense now. Soul Transfer, that's not bad, okay. So I'm probably going to pump the Simming Sling and hit for 3. As opposed to attacking and trading. I could also Clawing Torment on this as well. And finish off with Life of Tashiro, but I might want to keep the Clawing Torment just to deal damage. Honestly, to get another annoying blocker out of the way. This is fine. And the fact is he could even keep up mana for this next turn. And then we can then Clawing Torment on this as well. Searchlight? Okay, I guess we can take out the Searchlight Companion. Getting mana screwed hurts. And then play Land Sigo. And I'm not going to attack here because he's just going to trade here, which isn't great. But then we can make him lose 2 life here. And just keep draining him over and over and hope he doesn't have a ninja. Just a Terrarium, that's nice. And white mana? So could be an Ishin, I don't know. Some people like splashing that. Hope he's nothing too scary. He could also have the dragon. Companion is fine. So yeah, so I'm actually liking the Clawing Torments on these high toughness creatures over killing the 1 toughness, funny enough. He can put a counter here and hit for 2. I don't care. I mean, if he wants to use his treasure, that's totally fine. I know he can get one of the Scrounger eventually if something dies, but it's still... He's still using a good amount of resources just to make a 2-2 on defense. And yeah, the Flood is kind of so bad when you're running 16 lands. I don't understand the logic behind it. It makes no sense. It's kind of tilting sometimes, but whatever. We'll just sit back and relax. Enjoy the show. We can attack next turn if he chumps. He can also just lose a life. Hopefully no ambusher to mess with us. How many spells? 3 spells? No, 3, 4, 5. 5 spells in like all these lands. It's just so stupid. So asinine. Could see a removal spell here. White? So what's with the white man? I don't understand. Why would you splash white? Okiba Salvage? Okay, that's fair enough. Sure. I'm still just gonna sit back and do nothing. I could attack and like trade some creatures off. Reinforce Ronin. I guess I can send in my Reinforce Ronin and then equip the Simian Sling. Should just punch in for some damage and trade some stuff off. It's fair enough. He can make a treasure end of turn. Do I care? Probably not. If he can chump, this goes back in my hand. I can just re-equip again. Should maybe tap my land more correctly, but whatever. Hopefully no lifelinker. All I just need is that he doesn't draw a lifelinker or any ninjas. I guess 1 ninja is still fine, but like... Twin shot to deal 2 to his own ink rise, that's fair enough. And he can even make a treasure here. Kind of sucks that he has to kill his own creatures. So Ken's Smelter, but I don't really want to sack the Simian Sling. I think I'm fine actually just attacking here to just speed up the clock. I'm fine if... I'm actually fine just killing the decoy so he doesn't get to draw a card. And yeah, we don't want to lose the Simian Sling, so I'll just reconfigure here and just pass the turn. Era to gain life? That sucks. Alright, hopefully he doesn't scry into more life gain. Because this Flood is hurting really badly here. I think I'm running 15 lands, right? No, I'm running 16 lands plus the Ambitious Assault. Keeps it on top, so he probably has something to interact with this Undercity Scrounger. It's so bad. Opponent still stays back. Well, Kumar faces Kakazan's Knight. I guess he's dead, so what we want to do is we just want to attack here, so decline attack. And this happens on his upkeep, so he falls down to 2 here. Well, yeah, we want to take out the Twin Shot for sure. And then we play Kumano, he falls to 1, and then we, on his upkeep, he's gonna take the damage trigger so he doesn't gain the life off of the era, so he should just be dead here. So he's just dead. That got him, sweet. Lethal Exploit isn't bad against his deck. It's also okay. Do I run 15 lands here? Might have to. And then hope for an insane start like the previous match. Yeah, okay, I'm down to run 15. I just don't understand how you can flood, like, it's just so bad. Opponent's probably going to side in some life linkers and more white spells against us. Hopefully we can function off of 1 or 2 lands and run them over like we did in one of the other matchups we had. Give me a good hand, please. Alright, I mean, if we're running 15 lands, I might as well keep this. And if I do flood somehow with 15 lands, I don't know. It could just be it's probably just incredibly bad luck, but we'll try it. And do I run out Kumano? I think I do. Into Simian Sling. This card's just so good. This card's so dumb. Hopefully no 1 toughness, and he does. I do want to Life of Tashiro this, but I think we just want a 2/2 Simian Sling here. So we'll save the Life of Tashiro for next turn. He might be able to draw a card off of this, but then he would have to do nothing with his mana, which isn't ideal. So yeah, let's just do it anyways. I mean, he does get to draw a card, but we gotta deal with this eventually, and this holds off the stuff really nicely. Get some value, but we can smash in for 4, which is a lot. Could see an intervention next turn. If there's an intervention, I can maybe Iron Hoof board to pump it. Okay. Yeah, let's target here, right? It's fine. And if there's a trick, if there's a removal spell, then Iron Hoof board can probably save it. Although Kami's Flare wouldn't really dodge it, right? It would need to be Voltage Search here. Ooh, Twin Shot Sniper. Okay, that's fine. And then we can smash for a ton. Could even reconfigure here, but we'll see. Wow. Run him over with 15 lands, sure. Yeah, I should just move into 15 lands, honestly. I mean, 16 lands to be safe, and then 15. But but every single second match, I've been just going 15, and it's been all right. Mulliganing does hurt in this format, though. I'm surprised we're even like 2-0 with this. I mean, actually not surprised anymore. Damn, I just hate going to 15 because like I need to play some of these bad cards, which I don't care about. I don't know, let's just keep running. If I feel like we're flooding more, then we go to 15. If I don't feel like I'm flooding, then we'll just keep it as it is. This hand sucks, and we're running 16 lands. This hand's a lot better, and we're gonna keep. And yeah, probably just gonna have to bomb a land here and pray, which is what I always do, so let's do it. Patchwork? That's a little bit difficult to deal with. I mean, I guess we just gotta erase this patchwork. Keep up voltage, but yeah, this is gonna be really hard to interact if I don't have lands. So opponent's probably playing black-red here. Blue-black, okay, with artifacts. That's something new. I might need to save this board to 2-for-1 myself to deal with this. Attacks, interesting. Could be a ninja. If it's a ninja, I don't mind just surging it, honestly. Specialist. That's kind of annoying. That's annoying, but I'll surge this. It still bounces, but alright, I can still set something. Set up another Kumano. And now this is looking like better as a 16 lander. Sure. Land off the top would be nice. And that's a land off the top, so yeah, now we can play Simian Sling. And then I think I'm attacking the 2-2 if he blocks. I'm going to use the Boar, which is going to blow him out completely. Also exile, so that's really sweet. Not that it matters really, because there's not much recursion in in any of the colors except green in this format. Ooh, that's a scary one, so I probably need to Ninja's Kunai and burn it out with Kami's Flare. I think I'm fine with that, even though it's gonna take up my whole entire turn. And I still get to deal 2 damage to his face here, which is really sweet. I just can't allow that to like eat a creature and make a ton of like artifacts the next following turn. Play out land in case of Virus Spiel, and then we can just reconfigure and keep attacking. Could see a ninja here, Ambusher. Ambusher would suck, but I still have 6 damage coming in. Shh. Fucking Ambusher, so stupid. Okay. Guess we're gonna try to race the Ambusher. He can play in Chump. So Kenton Smelter isn't bad too. Getting the extra power, I don't know. Could be reasonable, we'll see. I think he's keeping up a lethal exploit though. Could be a lethal exploit. Anyways, this is blocking, so let's move to combat. I don't think I'm sacking here, right? No, we're probably not sacking. So it's probably a lethal exploit here. I wouldn't be so... Oh, I guess he has a flicker effect. No, please no flicker. Just lethal. Fair enough. So if I block this, he falls down to 5. You could also have this stupid suit up here, long reach. That's annoying. I guess he has an artifact to now trade. So I probably need to... Oh, he gets to tap me. Wow, opponent's just going to claw back in here. With a stupid ambusher off the top. Alright, at least I'll attack here at least. Force a chump maybe? No. Yeah, the ambusher saved his ass. Holy shit. I mean, his deck is pretty good too. Not gonna lie, so. Another removal spell. Yeah, so we probably need the, that's fine. I guess not. Probably double block the 2/2. I guess I can Ambitious Assault and maybe cheese him out. No modified. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, I think he has it here. Yeah, we need Lethal Exploit in this matchup. Because, yeah, we need Lethal Exploit here. I also need to hold on to my lands, because I need to answer the Ambusher when it comes out. So Lethal Exploit is coming in. And then what do I cut here? Honestly, I could just see myself running 15 lands again. And hope to get lucky, but the opponent also has an aggressive deck, so I think I might. I think I do need to hit my land drops here. Maybe I just cut the Ambitious Assaults. Yeah, maybe this can go. It didn't do much in that last matchup. Yeah, let's just keep it like this. Like, the Ambusher literally saved him that match. This hand's okay. Hopefully get some red mana going. But we can keep smashing with a Dockside Chef at the very least. Pull mulligans, so... I don't know, I'm not even sure if this is okay, but I mean... What the heck? Why is this stupid update thing going? I'm playing my game. I don't care about the updates. Okay, sure. I guess we need to play quickly here. They're disabling matches within 10 minutes. So dumb. Alright, let's just end this game quickly, hopefully, and then call it. Reckon Ray, that's a good one. Red mana? Nope, no red. So this could just be over soon. Yeah, this could just be over soon. Virus Beetle. Yeah, let's get rid of Swamp. Red mana is really good. Yeah, let's just attack. Songshaper can block. And then I could just move it around since I'm not planning to really attack with the Chef anymore. I can Commies Flare this and attack. Keep the Chef back to hold off the Virus Beetle now. Probably see a trick here. Could be Suit Up. Kami. Sure. He couldn't ninjutsu, but this is just too much damage. I don't care if he, yeah, this is good. Yeah, he wants a ninjutsu here, right? The stupid ambusher and then play back. He probably has the ambusher here. He wouldn't make that play. If he makes me discard again, probably just get rid of Ronin. Long reach, okay. Could play Reconfigure. Nah, let's just play out Songshaper and force a chump. Actually, I should not move it. Yeah, I can move this. Yeah, I think I'd get rid of Sling here. Sling can go. I don't like to lose the Sling, but it is what it is. Probably see the Replication Specialist. No, Network Disruptor's fine. And hopefully he's out of gas. Circuit Hacker just to maybe force a trade. Surge isn't bad. this can attack into the long reach. And hopefully it just draws lands here. Please no stupid ambusher. Nope. Flying Torment isn't bad either. Here... I mean, either way it's still chump, right? Still chump either way. And this makes it so you can't ninja this and replay it. And hopefully we can end this game, the next game, quickly, so the stupid update won't mess with us. So, all right, that functioned pretty well off of just 16 lands. Let's just redo it. Alright, so hopefully we can end this game quickly. Otherwise, I'll just let the game crash. Because these games are just really fun. Opponent could actually just be wasting my time, so the game will crash. So I don't get my 1,000 gems. Alright, never mind. So they're willing to play it out. Sweet. Hopefully no ambusher. That's the card I'm mostly scared of. Everything else I'm fine. I guess Replication Specialist I'm kind of afraid to. This hand's also just medium, but at least we can answer some early threats. Ooh, alright, that's a good turn too. Alright, Patchwork. Guess I'm fine attacking into it. Play my own. Probably see some network disruptors here to grow this and hit. I need to get to 4 mana to interact here. Alright, Virus Spiel is a good one. Yeah, I probably have to get rid of a land here. Even though I want to interact with this eventually, it's a bit of a problem. Renegade, alright. Play the Blade Blesser, so go. I can attack with this next turn. Kunai isn't bad. I could attack first and see what's up. If he double blocks, it would be a complete trade. Assassin's Ink, that's I can sack in a response and draw. Let's get some value going. And then I can run a Kunai and grow the Patchwork, so that's fair enough. Can block the Virus Speed. I won't block the 2/2, but he can ninja it back and lose value if he wants to. That's a good one. Alright, probably just have to discard Clawing Torment. I do like Clawing on the Patchwork Automaton next turn. I'd also like Flare. Maybe Lethal Exploit can go now. Or maybe Chef. But Chef allows me to just... I don't know, maybe Torment. I don't know, let's... Lethal Exploit is actually not bad with the modified. Renegade also hits pretty hard. Let's get rid of Clawing Torment. I wish I could get rid of stupid Kunai instead. So now what? Could Flaring kill this? Probably just play the Upriser, discard lands. And say go. Specialist? Shit. If I can kill it next turn, that's good. Ooh, I can Clawing Torment too. Yeah, probably just have to kill it, right? This is just too scary. And then might as well just use the Kami's Flare here. And hit for 3. I'm fine with a double block. That's fine. Long reach is a problem too. Especially if he has ninjas in his deck. It messes things up. Ink Rise, that's fine too. I guess he can pump this stupid Ink Rise Infiltrator. No blocks. Probably want to attack, and then when he blocks, I use the Lethal Exploit to blow him out. I could also Clawing Torment and just attack, but then he can just block here. I think I might need to blow him out. Let's just attack with all. I guess I could also just reconfigure and attack, but then yeah, I'm hoping he knows that I have a trick here. Or he doesn't know. Yeah, let's just see him use the trick here. Interesting. Alright, I guess I'll trade for the Virus Beetle. It's fair enough. Yeah, opponent's really sus. He knows that I'm up to something. But I really don't want the Ninja, the Long Reach, or any of those other cards. Yeah, this is really weird. A Ninja? Yeah, it's the Ambusher knows Circuit Hacker, damn. So he gets to draw cards now. Oh, so gross. So I probably need to keep one of these back now. A Network Disruptor to also grow this. Yuck, 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 yuck. Sure. Guess I can still reconfigure. So now what? I guess I want to reconfigure an attack. And maybe try and blow him out. Guess this is fine. Decides to chump instead. Very interesting. I think the Moon Circuit Hacker is the problem. Because he can gain a card advantage, he eventually can pump this twice, which is also a problem. So I think we actually kill the Infiltrator here, and then hope his Moon Circuit Hacker doesn't draw him into anything too insane. All right, so I mean he can still chump here, but I can at least use Simian Sling here. Eater Virtue is sweet. Holy shit, this is sweet. Yeah, let's just do this. Am I fine trading the Patchwork now? I guess I want to trade the Upriser instead. Because, yeah, let's just do this instead. I mean, you gotta deal with it eventually, opponent. I'm fine taking 4. I'm fine with the trade too. It's pretty good. And then we'll say go. We can still block the 2-1. Blade Blesser is a good one. That's also a problem. So Ken's Smelter is a good one too. So if I use Smelter, attack with fall, what happens? I lose the Eater Virtue, he can still block. It's probably not good because he gets the 1 toughness going. So maybe I do just need to trade off for the Automaton now. Deal 1 damage to his face. Because like either way, like losing the Eater here is pretty bad. Or I guess I can wait until next turn. I don't know, it's bad either way. Let's just reconfigure an attack. Force a trade, he takes a damage. And do I want to trade for the Moon Circuit? I guess my 1-1 can still block the 2-1 fairly well. That's annoying. Okay. Reinforced Ronin is also pretty good. I probably don't want to sack it, but I can force a trade at the very least. I mean, forcing a trade is pretty good here. And now the sword will come in with haste, which is really nice. And I can also equip this onto Soken's Smelter, so yeah, I don't want to make any 3-1s in the face of the 1-1. So hoping he's just out of gas. That's a good one too. So now what? I guess we want to sack and now attack. Force a trade. I hate losing this Eater, but like we have to pressure the opponent. Man, this game is still darn close. I mean, it's still gonna be a long way. I guess he wants to block the 2-2 if I was him. Go up to 9, put himself on a 3-turn clock. Because the Stoken's Smelter can just get out of hand. If I was him, I would block the Smelter. Yeah, smart play. No, I'm not gonna follow your orders, Watsy. Please no creature. Probably find a removal spell, yeah. Okay, so I just need Kumano faces Kakazan off the top. No! Stop giving me lands! God, this game is so close. Now the opponent's just gonna win because he drew more lands than me. Or never mind, we'll just play out a freaking board and smash. Hey, I guess we're still rank 16, so the board isn't that bad. Just run out the land. So he doesn't make us discard. Or I should have kept it for a stupid second long reach, but we got him. Sweet. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Unfortunately, MTG needs to update. And I wish I could continue a third traditional draft, but this is also nice. A second nice best out of 3, so yeah, as you can see, the reward's very lucrative. Some of the opponents aren't as challenging. And yeah, you can still draft black-red and get away with it. So yeah, managed to get 2 3-0 wins, so we're gonna get to collect our prizes. And that's sweet. So we made some more gems, and it's also, and we started out I think with only 1,500 or 1,600, not sure, and we went all the way back up. So, and now I get up to 200 gems because yeah, I have the whole collection. Pack one, pick one. Kappa over Boseiju, I think, is correct. And then probably take Network Disruptor here. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this best out of 3. Unfortunately, have to close the game because, again, system update. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.